Before I start this review, let me make one thing straight. I do not like sports movies. Doesn't mean I hate sports, but if you love them so much, why not just play it outside or watch a game on TV? There's really no point of going to the theater and spending $4 at least just to watch a sports movie. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes there's movies like Remember the Titans, which is really more about racism. But when all that being said, if you've seen one sports movie, you've seen them all. So, is 42 worth your time, or is this just another cliche sports movie that we've seen dozens of times over and over again, and they'll probably make until infinity? In 42, Branch Rickley, played by Harrison Ford, is looking for an African-American player to play for the Brooklyn Dodgers. While coming across his search, he finds a young player named Jackie Robinson. He agrees to be part of his plan, but Mr. Rickley warns him to keep control of his temper. So, will the prejudice of the time make him eventually burst, or will he overcome it and be cool the entire time? If this is starting to sound like your standard sports movie, believe me when I say it's really not. It's really more so about the hardships Jackie Robinson faced while he was playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers and how it affected everyone around him. While the story is pretty solid, it does have its flaws. It is clichéful, the beginning's pretty slow, and on top of that, at least for the first half, its pacing is really, really bad. The acting in this movie is fantastic. The guy they got to play Jackie Robinson, he can act. I hope he's in more roles, because this guy definitely deserves a shot. Harrison Ford as the GM, that works just out naturally. And the supporting characters, you can definitely tell they brought their A-game to this movie. The problem with this movie that there's just way too many supporting characters. I can understand that this movie is supposed to be about the people who interacted with Jackie Robinson, but there is just so many, and half the time you don't even know their name. If there's one big kudos I have to give to this movie, it is to the effects department, particularly the makeup department. It was done so well, especially like towards Harrison Ford's character. To top it off, this movie looks and feels like the 1940s. You can tell a lot of effort was made to make this movie possible. Overall, I enjoyed 42, and if I have to recommend a sports movie to anyone, it would be this movie. I'm going to give 42 a 3.6 out of 5 for the recommendations Kent Burst Baseball and Rocky. This is Dimitri V. Hill from 3viewrating saying anything's better than Scary Movie 5.